Have you ever wanted to beat the sunrise and make the most of the day? If you're anything like me, you've probably tried it more than once, but always failed. Whenever the alarm clock punched me in the face like a sledgehammer at 5 a.m., the first thing I used to do was to turn it off and return back to dreamland. Until recently. So let's just get this straight. Waking up early is not easy, and it probably will never be easy. When you're laying safe and sound in your bed, feeling all warm and cozy, the last thing you want to do is to get up and get the day started. Your monkey mind is probably starting to hysterically laugh at your conscious mind whenever it proposes something like that. However, waking up early can be seen as a life hack to some degree because it A, boosts your productivity levels, and B, reduces your stress levels because you get a lot of things done before the day starts and before everyone else wakes up. And there are numerous famous examples of people who wake up early, such as Ben Franklin, Oprah, and Tim Cook. And although there are a lot of mini habits that support you in waking up early, such as putting the alarm clock away from your bed, drinking a glass of water after getting up, or even setting up daily goals the night before, all of these habits are nice and well, but when the alarm clock really hits me out of sleep in the middle of the night, they are as effective as fighting Darth Vader with a toothpick. However, I knew that I'm not the only person who has this problem, and there must be a way to master it. And I think I found a pretty good way, which I would like to share with you now. So just to put this up front, I've been trying this technique since 3 weeks now, and it has a success rate of 100%, which is pretty amazing for my standards because I'm usually the type of person who hits the alarm clock 20 times after getting up and even has troubles not falling asleep when he's under the shower. And the reason why this technique is so effective is because it builds upon two innate human fears. A, the fear of social rejection, and B, the fear of monetary loss. So the fear of social rejection is something that's deeply rooted in us since ever our ancestors started to gather in tribes. It's of utmost importance for us to not lose our social standing and not be expelled out of the tribe. I mean, if you think about it, what do you think happened to someone back in the days if he got expelled out of his tribe? Definitely not good. The second fear is the fear of monetary loss, and it has kind of similarities with the fear of social rejection because buying things, even nowadays, oftentimes has a sense of security, and if we don't buy stuff or if we don't have the monetary means to buy them, then we often have a higher risk of not surviving, and therefore we are very concerned about not losing money. So you might be thinking now, Macki, that sounds all nice and good, but what the heck does that have to do with waking up early? So actually I got inspired by a video of Thomas Frank where he also explains this approach and how we can leverage these two basic human fears to our favors to wake up early. I mean, have you ever thought about the reason why you can wake up early if you have to catch an early plane flight or if you have a business appointment somewhere coming up? It's exactly because of these two fears. So how can you leverage this fear of social rejection to wake up early? A great way to do so is to reach out to your friends and family, either online or offline, and tell them what you set out to do, that you want to wake up at 6 a.m. from now on for the next 30 days, for example, or at 5 a.m., and that you'll check in on them on a daily basis. You can either do this by calling them or by setting up like a checklist in a public space where they also meet up, maybe in your living room or something like this, or you can even start posting images whenever you get up on Instagram or on Instagram stories. And this is really powerful because it creates a sense of accountability and you know someone is checking in on you and monitoring you. In order to leverage the fear of monetary loss, you can also increase the stakes a bit more by saying your friends and family, if I fail to reach my goal, then the first one who reminds me of it gets something of monetary value from me. For example, a coffee at Starbucks or something like that. But just a word of caution here, don't overdo it too much. I think it's perfectly fine if you reach out to your friends and family, but for example, you shouldn't go to your boss and tell him, I want to wake up the next 30 days at 5 a.m. If I don't make it, please fire me and cut my salary from now on. I think that would be a bit too hard. Alright peeps, here you have it. And I know this technique might sound pretty brutal at first, but actually if you think about it, it rests upon the same principles why we get to work every day or why we sit down for a university exam. And we just have to try to build up this good external pressure to leverage the fears in our favors and get the day started right. Also, if you think you're not a morning person or don't have the mental fortitude to pull this off, consider the following. There are so many people every day that go to gyms and build up incredible physiques from weak bodies. And if that's possible, you're also able to build up a strong mind from a weak brain. Just keep on pushing and start the process and you'll make it happen. Alright peeps, with that out of the way, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did so, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. It helps me a lot in making these videos. And apart from that, I hope you guys have a beautiful day and see you soon. Peace.